Good morning, welcome. Phil here, Dirty Drive Away. So we are over in Green Street Green, sort of near Orpington. And I've been asked to do some more how-to videos, and I've probably covered a lot of these in previous videos, but a lot of them are getting quite old now, so I'll sort of try and update them. You may recognise this location from a previous video that I did probably about four and a half years ago, and we're back here today and for the same kind of problem. It's the lichen, the black spot lichen that you can get. As I say, I cleaned this about 4 years ago, come up really well. Obviously methods and stuff have changed over the years. So yeah, I'm going to do like a how-to, so more of a how-to if you're, if you want to do it yourself. If you're just not sure on how to do it, I'm going to show you basically how you can get rid of a lot of the lichen spores or the black spots that you'll see on your patio. So basically what we're going to be doing is it's about 30 square meters. It's yellow concrete flagstone, so nothing overly amazing. It's your bog standard concrete flags. They run from the patio through to the front, and obviously they've got a lot of in-ground dirt and they've got a lot of black spot lichen. It's quite heavy, and you'll find you'll get it a lot round the cracks, so where moisture can sit, you'll get a lot of lichen spores growing in there. Anywhere where it's moist and can remain damp, especially if you've got moss and stuff like that, you'll get these spores growing. Now lichen can typically take around 2 years to germinate, so once you've got rid of them, unfortunately they will come back if the conditions are right. So i.e. if you've got a lot of greenery in the garden, it's shaded, or the patio or driveway can get wet, or it doesn't dry properly, they're ideal conditions for lichen spores, and they will return, but they do typically take around 2 years to fully establish themselves. Now lichen is a root-bearing fungus, so basically if you looked at it under a microscope, it's got kind of little legs that kind of burrow itself into the stone. Now different stones obviously react differently as to how well these lichen spores can attack. So basically if you've got a very dense stone, something like porcelain, it's very hard, lichen tends to be more superficial. So yes, you can get it on the surface, but it tends to be more superficial. Whereas if you've got something like sandstone, Yorkstone or concrete, especially Yorkstone's very porous, and lichen loves Yorkstone. Concrete, again, although it seems like it's a very dense material, it's quite porous, so you'll tend to find that lichen will establish itself quite happily on concrete. So basically what we're going to be doing a clean and then a full lichen treat. Now the chemical of choice is sodium hypochlorite, aka swimming pool chlorine. Now you can get this pretty much anywhere, pool supplies, you can get it online. It's quite expensive stuff. Now I will say, if you are not happy using chemicals, then obviously don't do it yourself. Get somebody in that knows what they're doing, as the chemical is fairly strong, but it does work. Now also bear in mind that this stuff needs to be rinsed off. Because the name sodium, it is a salt, so basically it's a salt that's dissolved. So if you put this stuff down onto your patio and let it dry, it will turn back into a salt, and it will leave a real sort of powdery white residue across the entire surface. So make sure if you are using this that you rinse it really well. Now you may end up, regardless of how much you rinse it, you may end up with a slight residue behind, but in due course with the weather and the rain, it will eventually just wash itself away. Also bear in mind that sodium hypochlorite is not safe for pets. Once you've rinsed it, it'll be fine, but also if you're doing it during the process of putting the chemical down and using the chemical, keep your pets indoors, keep your cats and your dogs away. It's quite a strong chemical, so obviously if cats or dogs walk on it, it can burn the pads of their feet. So just bear that in mind, that if you are doing it or somebody is coming around to do it, make sure you keep your pets indoors until the application and the process is complete. Now typically I can get rid of lichen within a couple of hours, depends upon how long it's been there. The longer the lichen has been there, the tougher it can be to remove. You'll find a lot of the lighter spores, the ones that aren't quite so established, will come out fairly quickly. So the best method for this is to basically jet wash the area first. Get rid of as much dirt as possible. The chemical will react with the first thing it tends to come in contact with. So if you're trying to apply this to a dirty patio or driveway, you'll find that the chemical will attack the dirt and not the lichen spores. So you'll find that you'll have a nice clean stonework, but it won't actually attack the lichen spores, which is what we want to concentrate on. So basically my method is, I mean there could be many different methods and people do it in different ways, but I always tend to find if you want it to work quickly, the best thing to do is to jet wash the area first. Now you can do this with your normal DIY, domestic washer. Obviously if you've got a massive area, then obviously consider hiring a professional to do it. But if you've only got a small area, something similar to this, it's only 30 square meters, you can quite easily do it yourself. So basically you're going to want to jet wash it first. So if your patio is looking like this, and as you can see it's pretty bad, or if your stonework, and the close-up version looks like this, where you can see a lot of the spores, this is going to be ideal. So basically get your jet wash it all off first, get rid of much of the dirt as possible, and you will find if you've got yellow flagstones similar to the picture I just showed you, you will find that you will be left with a lot of in-ground dirt, so i.e. the dirt that the jet wash won't get out. And unfortunately pressure washing won't always remove everything, so bear in mind, you know, if you do end up with it looking a little bit grubby still, the chemical will remove it, so don't be put off. So once you've jet washed it, we're then going to put some chemical on it. The chemical will take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours to work really, but you will find that it will start attacking the spores within about 20 minutes. So you may find that if you've got a lot of residual dirt behind, which you will get with this yellow flagstone, you may find that the first sort of 20 minutes it will be attacking that in-ground dirt. It will still hit a little few of the lichen spores, but it may be more attacking that in-ground dirt than it will actually killing the spores. So it may be best if you've got a lot of that residual dirt is to use maybe a slightly weaker mix. Get rid of that in-ground dirt, make sure it's all nice and clean, and then up the strength slightly and concentrate on those black spots. So what I typically do after jet washing, if I'm using something on these yellow flags, I'll use a weak mix. I mean, it's still fairly strong. I'll use something either a 50-50 or like a 75-25, so 75% chemical, 25% water. Now that is strong. A lot of you go, oh, it's way too strong, way too strong. As a professional, I want to get the job done quickly. Yes, you can use a weaker mix and it will take longer. If you've got plenty of time as a homeowner, you can put some down, keep it wet. You know, if you want to take it over several hours, you can do that. But as a professional, I want to get in, get the job done, get the results quickly, and then get off. So I would basically put the chemical down, allow that to sit for about 45 minutes, keep an eye on it. If it's a hot day, especially if it's in the summer, keep it wet. If it starts to dry out, its effectiveness is reduced. So keep it wet, just mist it gently with a hose. Don't saturate it, dilute it, just mist it, just keep it damp. So ideal conditions is sort of like early spring, sort of March, April, when the weather's not quite so hot that it's going to keep drying the patio out. The advantage with jet washing first is that you've saturated the area and that the stone is normally cool, it's wet, it's, you know, if you hit with a chemical first, you'll find the chemical will just dry out within about 10 minutes, especially on a hot day. So basically it's just not going to work the way you want it to. So jet washing it, put the chemical down. If you start off, do it with a 50-50 mix, especially on concrete. If you've got other stuff like Yorkstone and things like that, it will be different strength ratios because that reacts differently. But typically on concrete, I'll start with a 50-50 mix of the sodium hypochlorite and water, spray that down, leave it for about 45 minutes, then up the strength. You'll see there'll be quite a lot of the spores remaining. I then typically want to go almost neat. You don't have to go neat, but if I want it to work, I'll go around and I'll hit the spores. You know, won't do the whole patio, but just hit all the areas where there is spores remaining, hit that with some stronger chemical and then leave it. That would normally take, again, can take up to another hour. After an hour and 45 to 2 hours, whatever black spot is left, or whatever lichen spores are left behind, they're typically going to be there to stay. The chemical will continue to work. It's like a longer acting thing, so it will continue to work. So you may find that although they're not out now, in 10 days, 2 weeks time, you may find they have slowly died off. The way I try and explain it, it's like athlete's foot for patios. This stuff is not going to go away by itself and it needs treatment. As long with athlete's foot, if you don't treat it, it's not one of those things that's going to cure itself overnight. You've got to let it work. But obviously this is like industrial strength. We want this stuff to work quickly. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to try and show you a little bit of footage of this, so I can show you how it all works, more of a how-to. So I'm going to try and set you up on a tripod. We can show you a little bit of the cleaning, and then we'll flick over and I'm going to put the chemical down and show you the application process of the chemical. I'm not going to show you the dwell time because that takes too long. So it'll go from being sort of semi-dirty and all of a sudden be wow, it'll be amazing, it'll be clean. But I'm going to give you an insight as to how it's all done. Right, let's go and get set up, let's get cracking, let's get some work done. So as you can see, it's really quick, just to give that quick freshen up. And the other advantage of jet washing first, not only to remove the dirt, but also if you've got lawns, plants, bushes, that kind of stuff, if the water naturally drains towards the lawn or anywhere there's sort of greenery or bushes and stuff like that, strong doses of sodium hypochlorite can affect plants and lawns. Now, it doesn't kill grass, it can turn the edges sort of white. It does grow back, but the advantage of jet washing first is it gives the lawn and anywhere a really good soaking. So if you are, if it is hot and you're not going to jet wash it first for whatever reason you don't want to, if you're going down trying to do a soft wash or whatever like that, give the lawn a very good wetting first, just helps stop the absorption of the chemical, and that way you can help prevent any long-lasting damage. I've got some rest to do at the back, at the side and at the front, so I'm going to carry on doing that, and then I'll be back shortly and we'll stick down some chem. Okay, so I've jet washed throughout, and you can see there is quite a lot of residual dirt. You can see some of the striping lines left behind from the jet wash. That's perfectly normal on this type of stonework, just purely because the concrete flagstones really hold on to some of the dirt. So I have already pre-mixed up my treatment, my mixture. I'm going to start with a 50-50 mix, just because I know I want to get rid of some of this residual dirt first. I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit so you can see, just by the door there, you'll see what it should look like. You see it's that nice fresh yellow colour. That's what we're hoping to achieve all over. So yeah, everyone seemed to like the magic I did on one of my previous videos. So what I'm going to basically do, I'm going to apply this. I'm not going to show you the application, me spraying it down, because that's just boring. But I've got a 50-50 mix. So I'm going to spray it all down. I'm going to leave it for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to reassess, up the strength, and we'll come back to you after 30 minutes. So as you can see, here it is now, and let's fast forward 30 minutes. Okay, so half hour's passed, and you can see got the colour back. Massive difference. All of the surface sort of lichen spores have gone. The in-ground residual dirt has all gone, and you can see it's a lot brighter. But obviously, even after half an hour, you can still see there is lichen in the joints. Now obviously this is where you're going to get the heavy stuff, and so basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit it with some much stronger dose, try and hit those just in the joints there, not going to go over the entire patio, just in the joints, just to really concentrate on that area there. That should knock most of them into touch, and yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is pretty much it. Again, I'm not going to show the application process, but what I'll do is I'll come back to you when it's all finished and we can have a little walk around and see where we get on. So we are done and wrapped on this one. Came out really well. Now you're always going to get a few remaining spores, especially around the cracks. It's just expected. I mean, it's, you know, these things take a couple of years to fully establish themselves. So, you know, if you really want to go at it again, you could, once you put the strong dose down, you'll find that they'll either turn a little bit white, go a bit crusty. You can hit them again with a jet wash, sort of a higher, you know, concentration spray. Obviously, be aware if you've got joint lines and stuff like that. And then obviously once you've kind of cut the heads off, should we say, you could always hit them again with another hit, a strong dose, just on the few spores that are remaining. You'll get you'll probably get rid of a few more. But in fairness, this is a pretty good result. It's just, there's a few sort of residual ones around sort of this area here, but that's to be expected. The lady, the customer's more than happy. As you can see, it's a massive improvement over what it was. So yeah, just in summary, start off, if you want 50-50. If you're confident in using stronger, then obviously go stronger. And if you're not confident using chemical, obviously, you know, seek a professional. And yeah, jet wash 50-50. I use 14-15% sodium hypochlorite. You can get it in weaker mixes. You can get it around 10% and lower. Obviously, the stronger the dose, the quicker it will work. Just be wary, sodium hypochlorite does have a shelf life. It has a half-life of about 3 to 6 months, depending upon storage conditions. If it's kept out in the sun, in the heat, you'll find that the actual strength will drop by half within sort of 3 to 4 months. So instead of having 14-15%, you might be down to about 7%. And I do have people saying it doesn't work. Now, obviously, this does work. It works every time if you are using a fresh batch of chemical. If your chemical is stale or off, old, etc., it's not going to give you the same result. So obviously be mindful of where you purchase it from. You know, a good supplier will always have a good fresh batch. Obviously if they've had it knocking around for a long time, then you may find that it's not quite as strong as it should be. So yeah, hit that with a bit of 50-50, give it about half an hour. You can then rinse it off if you want to. You can hit it again with a jet wash, cut the heads off, then hit it with something a little bit stronger, and you should end up with something like this. It's quite an easy-ish job. It's now 12:30. I started this job at around about 9:30. So all in, it's only taken me 3 hours. There is a little bit of waiting around, obviously, whilst the chemical works, but it's a massive improvement and quite a quick fix. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment if you want. There are other lichen videos on the channel. There's a playlist dedicated to lichen removal if you want a bit more, and I'll pop a link in. There's a link in the description box of the playlist, and also there'll be a direct link at the end of this video on the end screen. Right, that's it from me. Happy cleaning. Bye for now.